Hey, welcome back. When we examine the meaning of hearing within our internal and spiritual framework, we discover that it carries far more depth than sight. When we hear someone speak, we aren't merely sensing the external shell of it. We are receiving a fragment of their internal world, their thoughts, or at least what they want us to think or believe. Yet, even this is not a reliable reflection of their true mind, as people often withhold their genuine thoughts. In fact, most of the time, people don't say what they truly think. Let's explore this through a simple but revealing scenario, one that demonstrates just how fragile and misleading small changes of communication can be. You likely recognize this from countless real-life situations. Here it goes. Imagine you're at work, presenting a new idea to your boss. Let's play this moment in slow motion and dissect what's happening both mentally and verbally. Let's say your boss actually thinks that your idea is terrible, perhaps even ridiculous. But of course, she won't say that out loud, telling you, hey, that's a dumb idea. That would be impolite and potentially discouraging to you and your team. So instead, she might say something like, that's an interesting idea. Let's consider a few other options before making a final decision. Her goal is to gently steer you away from the idea without hurting your feelings. But if you are not attuned to subtle social cues, you might take her words at face value, thinking that she finds your idea compelling, and you might double down on it, completely missing the subtext. This simple example already reveals how many layers must align before a communication can resolve in an accurate understanding. 1. You might have failed to articulate your idea clearly, leading her to misjudge it. 2. She then has to mentally assess your idea, form an opinion, and consider how to express her thoughts in a way that influences you without negative consequences. 3. She chooses her words, but they may not be the most effective to articulate what she really thinks about your idea the right way. 4. She speaks, and her voice creates vibrations in the air. 5. These vibrations reach your ear and are converted into electrical signals by your auditory system. 6. Your brain constructs an internal auditory image of what was said. And 7. Only then does your mind begin interpreting the meaning shaped by your own past experiences, biases, and emotional state. Each one of these steps introduces potential for misinterpretation, subjectivity, and distortion. That's why it's so important to step back and analyze what someone said with objectivity, to pause, consider the layers behind the words before deciding what they truly meant and how you should respond. A single misinterpretation in a professional context can derail a project or a relationship. And this example is from a minor workplace interaction. Consider how much more consequential that becomes in a personal relationship, where emotions run deeper and miscommunication can easily lead to unnecessary problems. There's a lot to be said here, but we'll expand on that later in the course. So bye for now, and I'll see you in the next lecture.